That following year, 1994, WWF is airing Royal Rumble 94 from the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. 30 participants in your living room.
That's too many guys, Steve. In my living room? It's too
Yeah.
many.
Yeah. Somebody's going to have to stand in the bathroom.
You got to go upstairs, y'all. Bam, bam, go upstairs. But this is the Royal Rumble, Steve. For me as a kid, honestly, WrestleMania, that was second to this. Because just
Really?
having all the guys in the ring beating on each other, it's just exciting to watch as a kid.
Yeah, it's got its moments of anticlimactic. I never understood the whole, oh, he's holding on to the ropes. There's five guys. Five guys can't get this. I know, even if he's big, there are five of you.
That's dead weight, though. Even if Paul White comes at you, you're going to pull that, like, lounge on the corner ring and just hold on to the ropes. You can't take the guy off. You don't realize how good of a position that is. But that's the thing. I feel like there's some guys, they're Royal Rumble specialists. So they're in there on the weekends figuring out those moves to, like, tangle yourself in the rope.
Yeah.
It's a whole specialty that you don't realize. So I get it, though. And I will say, when we get to it, there's one guy who I think we almost witnessed a death on this one, Steve. Dude's head gets caught in the ropes in a crazy way that I was like, that could have been a death. So we'll get to it.
This is being hosted by the boss, the final boss himself, Vince McMahon, and his co-commentator is Ted DiBiase. And I got to say, $1 Million Man's not a good commentator.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, this guy sucks. He should pay someone.
Your typical heel commentator stuff.
Yeah, because he has to be the heel, but he's not good at it for sure. I mean, get somebody else, right? Get Jesse the Body, for God's sake.
Get Bobby back. Our first match is Bam Bam Bigelow with Luna Vachon versus Tatanka.
If I heard correctly, Steve, I think Bam Bam, he was a fill-in. But
for who?
I don't know. I didn't catch who, but he wasn't supposed to be this guy. Him and Tatanka, if I remember correctly, did have beef back in the day. To be honest with you, just looking at Bam Bam Bigelow, he looks like a guy who would go around looking to fight Native Americans.
I've grown to be a Bam Bam fan. Like, I didn't appreciate him. Yeah. He always does, like, his impressive tumbles for a guy his stature. Tatanka, though, I don't think he was a bad wrestler, but I never got it. Like, it never drew me in. Like, okay, you're a Native American wrestler, you do your like dance and stuff, but your music sucks. It's really basic. Really, man, your gimmick's basic. Shout out to Chris Chavez, man. I'm sure you're a kind person. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're a dick.
I like the look and I like the intro, but I'm with you. As far as a wrestler goes, it was just kind of a mid experience. Like, unless you were in there with a tomahawk to the head. Or just a rain dance. Because he had the Hulk Hogan thing where at some point he was going to get hit and call upon the elders to get him through it and do like the little shuffle around the ring, it is what it is. But I'm with you. If I'm rooting for somebody in this match now, it's definitely Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam, bam. Like,
and then it goes into like redneck hick country where it's like ding, 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 ding. It sounds like Walker, Texas Rangers theme song. It doesn't make sense.
Jim Johnson or something like that, the guy that was putting out all the licks, man. Dude,
he went deep into that bass lick, though. He's like, I'm gonna throw something deep in this.
I feel like he phoned it in, but that's just me.
I just don't think he knew how to pull upon the Native American vibe, Steve. He's like, I don't know. Just give him a baseline to run to. I don't know.
If we're being honest, no one cares about this match. Even the people there, they're just, I don't know. They're cheering.
That's what I don't get about Royal Rumble now. You have this cool thing that takes forever at the end of it, and you make us watch regular matches, which there's some good stuff in here, but can't we just like get right to the shit?
And have it just be that, unless it's like a championship match, or like something for a strap. Like this right here, we could have done without. Even the finish, Tatanka wins by a flying crossbody, real basic flying crossbody. This is like a Von Erich finisher from 81.
And that's like the first day finisher. Then when you're in training, they're like, all right, here's the first move you learn.
This is my player finisher.
Yeah, dude, like that's the first level of the video game. So there's a lot of that in this also, like blue ball endings where you're just like, what? Come on, guys. You
So
brought these guys to the arena. Give me at least a happy ending here.
after this match, we go to the Hart brothers, and they're giving you a recap on what's been happening. They go to the Survivor Series match from the previous year. Brett, he does one of those standing by the apron. Owen runs into the ropes, knocks him off. Owen turns around. He gets rolled up and pinned. And I think that's when the beef started because he's the only Hart brother that got eliminated. So as the brothers are celebrating, he comes back and he's chastising Brett like, man, you cost me my spot in the Survivor Series. And the brothers are trying to like calm him down. So there was that. And then he challenges him to a fight. Like he's about that action. He won't smoke with Brett. And Brett, like we said before, man, it's just not impressive on the mic. No matter what, I would never fight my little brother.
There's like two levels he has, and they're so close together. It's just like a raising of the volume. Owen is a G at it. He's a little hammy. He's a little
I love that though.
Put the scenery up a little bit. But yeah, man, little heat. Big bro, little bro heat here. One thing I don't understand about this logic in the storytelling, big brothers love whipping little brothers' asses. You know what I'm saying? So, Brett, shut up with this nonsense. Get in there. Owen's pissed.
They show the back and forth with the tag straps. I think it was Marty Jannetty, maybe, with 1, 2, 3 Kid, or
yeah, I think you're right.
They beat the Quebecers, got the belts, and then they lose to the Quebecers like that following week. And now I think Brett and Owen, they fight the Quebecers for the strap. Brett and Owen, they're having an interview with Todd Pettengill, and you can tell Owen is on some bullshit just from his energy. It seems so enthusiastic, but at the same time, like you could tell in his eye, like, man, yeah, I'm on some trash right now.
He just went ultra petty where he had to be the guy leading. I'm going to lead you out there, bro. Yeah. And we're going to do this. But I'm going to be in front leading the pack. He kept saying stuff like that.
Best teammate in the world, my brother.
I'm so excited. It's 1994. It's going to be our year. We're going to get the straps, but I'm going to be the guy in front, right? Yeah. Right, Brett?
Just wait for it. The Quebecers got the match now. Jacques and Pierre with Johnny Polo versus Bret Hart and Owen Hart.
Love me some Johnny Polo, Steve. Before Raven went full grunge, he was at the yacht club. Just hanging out, trying to get a nice old lady to sugar mama him. Gotta say, Jacques and Pierre, I don't know who's the bigger one. One of them's letting himself go. Yeah. These guys are sweating. I mean, these are the sweatiest Royal Mounted Police I've ever seen, Steve. It is greasy up there.
Jacques, that was the Mountie. And his whole getup is basically the same thing. Like, you're the Mountie without the hat and coat, basically.
He's off duty, Steve. They undo the buttons a little bit, show some chest, and they go whoop some ass in the ring. And for the dumb gimmick that the Quebecers are, this match actually I enjoyed the match. You know, we get some storytelling. We get the quintessential Brett's he's hurt. He's hurt. You know, we get that. That's one thing Brett's very good at, Steve. He's like a Patrick Mahomes, where he wants you to think the leg's messed up, and it almost, puts you in a false sense of security, and then he just overachieves.
And that's what people mean when they talk about psychology, wrestling psychology, in-ring psychology. Like Jake the Snake is one of the best at it, but so was Brett, because like that was the story, that was the narrative, and it started in this match, and it carried over into the Royal Rumble. So yeah, man, that shows some devotion, some dedication to that story.
That was a thing. I mean, I remember multiple matches where Brett's like grabbing the knee, limping, and then all of a sudden, he overcomes. So you're right, and that is part of the storytelling magic that is 90s WWF. So there's a lot of back and forth. At some point, Brett just kind of gets stuck in the ring, right? His leg isn't working. They keep attacking his leg.
Before we get to that, though, I have to call attention to when they come out. Owen, the blue blazer, he gives the glasses to a black kid.
Oh, I didn't notice it was him. I thought Brett gave it. I was going to give Brett some credit at the end of this where finally we get a black kid that got the glasses. It didn't get overlooked.
It was Owen.
That was Owen. Well,
Owen was a real one.
And I think Brett's got a little thing against black kids, Steve. I think maybe he got picked on by like a little Steve G, and he won't do it. But Owen, respect, dude. I like that. Thanks for calling that out, Steve.
Let's not put that jacket on, Brett. I'm holding out hope for you, Brett. I still haven't seen everything in the archives.
The match is good, and Owen does his part, but at a certain point, Brett just gets stuck in the ring. He gets gimped up, and then it's just attacked Brett's leg. The story is he's trying to get to Owen. Owen wants the tag, but he just can't get to it. So we get near the end of the match, and Owen's just begging for a tag, Steve. He's begging.
He's the hot tag.
Fresh. The win's right there. He can smell it. But Brett thinks he can handle this, right? Throws a sharpshooter on one of them. I think it's the fat one. Maybe it was Jacques. I don't remember which. He's gimped up. He tries to just win the match with the sharpshooter. It's usually a done deal, but it doesn't work this time, Steven. The Hart Foundation loses this match.
Yeah, his leg just won't allow him to fully lock in. So he's writhing in pain. And I think he just breaks the sharpshooter, like it just collapses. And the ref, he throws in the towel. He basically said, like, no mas. They ring the bell. The Quebecers keep the belt. But Owen, already having a recent history with his brother, being responsible for losing matches, he comes in and berates him again. Brett, he's hobbling, not even saying anything. Owen's just chewing him out. And then the moment of infamy, he kicks his leg out of his leg.
Oh, my God. I mean, the Rhode Island as a whole, right? There's a collective just gasp at this point.
You're supposed to be brothers, brother.
What the hell? So Owen's like, I'm over this. He goes back to the back. And again, something I have a problem with this specific Royal Rumble, this whole Brett's gimped, we got to get him out of the ring situation takes far too long, Steve. Far too long, because Owen leaves. He was with Brett. He kicked his leg out. He goes to the back. Brett gets put on a gurney at some point at like 10 minutes into this whole shebang at the end. And I did think this was cool. As he's getting wheeled out, Owen's on the Titantron like, you suck. You are a terrible, like just berating his brother. And it's visually very cool, Steve. I got to give him credit.
You're too damn selfish. You stripped it away from me, Brett. I thought I had the best tag team partner in the world, but you're too damn selfish. You're selfish. And you're selfish, too.
Hey, what's a synonym for selfish real quick? Whatever. You're selfish.
You're selfish. That's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
You suck, Brett. And here's the other thing. These guys got to go and be in the Royal Rumble too, Steve. So now there's a lot of questions surrounding if Brett can even do these things. It's a whole thing. Brother on brother violence, possible contract snubbings. Who knows? I'm scared.
The next match is IRS, Erwin R. Shyster versus Razor Ramon, Chico. All of a sudden, Jim Ross and Gorilla Monsoon are on the mic. Like, what? How? There was no explanation. I don't know if you caught that, but
it just happened, Steve. It was an intermission for the main guys, you know.
And I think they're just here for that match.
They are. I mean, it's a longer match, but as soon as I think what happened was $1 Million Man just had to go, you know, do a couple blasts, get a couple of honeys from Providence in the back so he knows that they're there. So they had to take 30 minutes and get a little intermish. But I welcome it, Steve. I welcome a JR. It's a little weird. It's a little abrupt, but hey, guys need a break.
I mean, yeah.
He's had to go shit on a chick in the back, you know?
Vince could have said something. We're going to sit this one out. Here's Gorilla and Jim Ross.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Vince.
Hey, if I send you a picture of Vince, just know I'm about to shit on these hoes. But IRS... yeah, he has no theme music. He just comes out, yeah, you got to pay your taxes and you get an audit and you get an audit.
1040 easy. W2. Yeah, I didn't notice he doesn't have any music, but I mean, hey, man, the IRS, they just got to collect money. They don't got money to be spending on theme music, Steve. He's here to collect, right? All these tax cheats in Providence. This is a historically mob ridden city, Steve. There's a lot of mobsters in Providence cheating on taxes. So that's why IRS is here. Erwin R. Shyster's here to get all that money for the government. All right.
One of the coolest guys in wrestling ever. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, man. Again, with the getup, always coordinated with the boots, with the knee pads, with the tights, and then that
blue,
music.
Steve, that baby blue shit. This is like a rarity, I feel like. I loved it.
Special occasion for Providence. At some point, IRS tries to sneak up on Razor with the briefcase. Is that supposed to be a lead briefcase?
All those W-2s and 1040s and stuff, you got to have some protection, Steve. Allegedly, also, I think JR said that in that briefcase, IRS may or may not have chain jacked Razor Ramon. So, usually he comes to the squared circle with a lot of gold on the neck. Wasn't technically there. And the rumor is IRS has got a bunch of gold chains in that briefcase too, on top of a lot of tax documents.
They always want to come for his chains.
Why? Especially IRS. It's like, you're out here stealing chains? Is that how you collect on the taxes if they ain't got the liquidity? They just take your chains, Steve. I've never gotten to that level with the IRS, but damn.
That's why they all need to be slapped. And this is an example of Razor not being in the Royal Rumble. He is a wrestler that's never participated in the 30-man Rumble because he always had matches like this, like right before it.
I like that almost. He's too good for the Royal Rumble, Steve. Even his boy Diesel did it.
A couple times.
Yeah. I kind of didn't even notice. You kind of forget who's not in and out. I guess I forgot Razor didn't show up, but this is a decent match, man. Like, Erwin R. Shyster, dude has the most lamest gimmick, but he's a beast, and he can wrestle his ass off, dude. I don't know what this guy's real name is, but...
Mike Rotunda.
Mike Rotunda. Well, this dude can wrestle. He just dumped the tax shit, Mike.
I think he was actually a wrestler for Syracuse or some school. I want to say it was Syracuse, but... Razor at some point, he signals for the Razor's Edge, and he even like starts off the move, but here comes Shawn Michaels, and he clocks him in the back with his IC strap because, they had that thing where like Shawn had a belt, Razor had a belt. Who's the real champion?
And I like his reaction after he hits him because he just he does it and leaves. And he's like, just leaves. He's having fun, Steve. He was I'm sorry. He was in the Royal Rumble, but I just love Shawn Michaels coming out to just have some shenanigans, It's fun.
IRS, he pins Razor. He grabs the belt, but not long after that, Earl Ebner comes out and he lets Joey Marella, the actual referee, know what happened. And it's like, dude, y'all are selective with this thing. Like, what about the other times when the ref is knocked unconscious because of some dirty play and y'all just let it ride? But for this one, though, Earl steps in.
Earl got a Earl, Steve. He's like, this is for the championship. We can't have this. Restart the match. This happens a bunch. I mean, I feel like whoever this other ref is that Earl has to keep coming in and saving, throw him to the wolves after this because he has 2 flubs in this that are major, Steve. So he's not reffing correctly.
Well, that's Gorilla Monsoon's son, Joey Marella, and he died in a car crash.
Joey, I'm sorry, Joey, but you're a legend as far as your family name, but you were not a good ref. Sorry, bud.
They continue the match. It restarts, and Razor eventually does get that Razor's Edge, and he is still the champ, the real champ.
And he's got both belts now because Shawn didn't take his. True. So he's got them both, which is pretty dope. I mean, even if they're both Intercontinental Championships, they look identical, but hey, man, take one to the pawn shop, Razor, get some more of that Gumby gold.
And this is the setup to that ladder match that we covered last year.
One of the greatest matches of all time, period.
Up next, we have a vignette with Paul Bearer and the Undertaker. Yeah, Taker's working on Yoko's casket, and it took a lot of trees to create that.
I had to kill 30 trees. Double deep, double wide. I
This-
mean, at some point, if you got a fat guy like Yokozuna, I'd be like, we gotta just cremate, guys. This is too much.
Yeah, they found his pressure point too because he is spooked of Undertaker. I can't really blame him because they creeped me out as a kid.
Well, I mean, anybody who's got some sort of connection to the dark side or whatever Undertaker's got going in that urn, yeah, man, it's freaky. So yeah, there's a lot of Yokozuna with like googly where he's like, and that's the only thing that ever works, Steve. You gotta just tip over a fat wrestler because they're not going down the right way. So you gotta make them back up. And there's a lot of Yokozuna just comically like tripping over himself to run away from the dead man, basically.
And I don't even think Yokozuna can fit in that casket. But Paul Bearer is giving an Oscar-worthy performance in this vignette. And then we cut to Cornette with Yoko and Mr. Fuji in the ring, and he's talking about this stipulation that Paul Bearer sent him in the mail about this match being a casket match. I think this is a different clip where Yoko is approaching this casket outside of the ring and he opens it only for Taker to pop out because that's what he does. He pops out on us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and so that's where we're at. You know, Yoko's like a elephant with a mouse running around where Undertaker just keeps popping up and he'll get freaked out. Man, a few words. I mean, Yoko's got two guys talking for him. He's just scared. Jim Cornette, obviously, I mean, the man's the business side of Yokozuna Enterprises. And he's like, look, man, this weird pallbearer guy just keeps putting casket match in these contracts. This isn't fair. Thankfully, Undertaker is handy, but he has killed a small forest in order to make this casket.
Undertaker went to Penta. You know that, man? He picked up some trades. And Yokozuna, now
My
we have
career will rest in peace.
make caskets or learn how to do hair. But now we have
I went to Penta.
it's a perma. But Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji and Jim Cornette versus Undertaker with Paul Bearer. And now we're back to Vince and DiBiase. They just mysteriously popped up again.
I'm relaxed as hell, Vince.
Yeah.
They have to do the Royal Rumble, so they needed a break, Steve. So give them a break, all right? Jesus.
Vince needed to shit on some hoes backstage.
Take it to the face. I gotta say, though, Undertaker, we see many promos leading up to this match. He's inside someplace, he's outside in the rain. There's only so many rest in peace I can hear before it's too much. You've oversaturated the market. So by the end of the promo montage, I was like, all right, dude, you got to say something else, right? You can't.
I don't run away from my problems. I bury them. One of the things, obviously, that's cool about Taker is his character is not supposed to sell. Like people are throwing blows at him, kicking him, putting their finishers on him, and he's supposed to just pop up every time.
To me, what I always assumed was there was some magical power in that urn, Steve, because when he's at the bottom getting beat up, Paul Bearer would always like, oh, you know, and like throw some incantation that would bring him back from the dead. So I always assumed it was like Paul Bearer pulling some sort of weird black magic, but you're right. It is a nice job to do where it's like, man, you just got to look like you're taking all these shots, bro. You don't even have to do like a Shawn Michaels and take a hit and then cartwheel into a turnbuckle.
Yeah, man. Just seem unfazed by it all. And this is a no DQ match. So at some point, Taker is just cracking Yoko with chairs, one after another.
Because you got to, because when you have a fat wrestler, especially somebody of Yokozuna's size, you have to make them absorb at least near death amounts of chair shots so they'll tip over. Because that's what you're waiting for, you know?
And at some point, he chokeslams Yokozuna. Like, come on, man. Let's make it like realistic. Like, nobody's chokeslamming Yokozuna. Like, this shouldn't be available in your arsenal, not for him.
Yeah, you might get a big boot to the face, but all it's going to do is make him go.
And yeah, flail his arms. That flailing arm man.
Yeah, see, Paul Bearer, right? He's got the power of the dark side on his side. But what Jim Cornette and Mr. Fuji have is a roster and connections to basically every wrestler in the tri-state area. So, at some point, it's a no DQ match. The Jim Cornette team, the Mr. Fuji team, they start calling all the favors in, Steve. Every favor they've ever had in the WWF gets called in. So every wrestler that's in the backstage eventually is out here trying to whoop Undertaker's ass.
Yeah, dude. Crush comes out. Kabuki and Tenru, whoever the hell, they just brought them in randomly. Bam Bam comes out. Like Fuji, he took the urn. Adam Bomb comes out. Double J comes out. Head Shrinkers, both of them come out. And then Diesel shows up. Big Daddy Cool. Like, it took like 9 people. 9 people, Matt.
And it wasn't doing anything for a while. Like, all of them were whooping Undertaker's ass, but he kept coming back. Something happens where they open the urn. So, like, green smoke starts emanating from this open urn. Vince is like, maybe the power's in the urn, because Undertaker's staying down, Steve. He's not doing like the come up from a dead sleep Dracula move that he does when he gets knocked down,
But he is clapping back at him, man. And it was at this point, Taker was really cool to me. I already thought he was kind of cool, but at this point, it's like, man, you're in my top 5 for sure. Cause I love that. Like, everybody was getting at him one by one or at the same time, and he just kept popping up. They even threw him in the casket, and he still came up, like grabbing people by the throat. Like, no, I ain't done yet. Add 9 more of y'all. I'm shits.
I did like one thing that I thought was just hilarious just when you're watching it, because it is a huge like casket that they put these guys in. So like people are whooping this guy's ass and they're like threatening to like slam the lid on his head. But at one point, Undertaker's hand is like on the edge, like outside. So like whoever's like slamming, it's like, but then they like slow it down to like not break his hand. They're like, all right, bro, stop. Move that hand, bro. It's like 10 minutes of him getting his ass whooped, then whooping the ass, and then it all coming back to him again. Eventually, they get him back in the casket again, and the urn's been emptied of the smoke or whatever. What you have to do to win the match is get him in and then lock it. There's a second part of it. So they close the lid on Taker, and then Bam Bam, like a little kid, just like jumps on the top, like, no, motherfucker, you ain't getting up.
That's one of the random things I remember. Him just sliding like belly first onto that casket.
Diesel just looking cool, Steve, on the outside of the casket, just holding it down. And they do it. They get him in, they lock it. So match over, Steve. Yokozuna won. And I got to give Yokozuna some credit, too. I know he doesn't talk, but he throws a couple of like cocky little crosses in and stuff when they're closing it. I like Yokozuna a little bit more as an older guy. I used to not care for him too much.
Yeah. He's pretty athletic for his size, man. And why is everyone so vested into this? I never understood that. I don't think they explain, like, why do y'all care? Why did all of the heels?
Mr. Fuji apparently is the manager or has some sort of connection, because what they're saying is Mr. Fuji brought all of his stable out. So apparently he's got all these guys on contract. He's the plug, Steve, in the back,
Man, getting that free horse leg. But it's not over yet, because as they're taking the casket to the back, Taker pops up on the big screen and he gives him his last words before he like rises out of the screen, and it just goes dark and we don't know.
We don't know, Steve. I mean, some people say that day they saw Undertaker flying in the air in Providence in this arena through the smoke.
And that green smoke comes out of the casket. So this is what led to his hiatus for a couple months, and then he returned for that SummerSlam Taker against Taker, when Leslie Nielsen, he was on the prowl, he was on the case. Man, I thought I saw Taker at Yosemite. Oh, I thought I saw him at the Subway.
I just saw Undertaker at Denny's getting the moons over my hammy. And I did see that in Toledo. Undertaker has risen from the dead, Steve. He's been electrified out of the casket, as we've seen in the video. $1 Million Man's like, man, I never seen anything like this before. It's like, I hope not, dude. And although you are rich, maybe you guys do that kind of shit.
Now we have the Royal Rumble match itself, man. And I think the first participants, was it Scott Steiner and Samu?
I got them all written down, Steve. I took some pretty decent notes. So yeah, 1 and 2, Scott Steiner and head shrinker Sabu.
No, Samu.
Oh, Samu. My bad. I
Yeah.
said Sabu. So you might have to correct me a couple times, but really you won't because Samu goes over the top pretty quick. And this is where I said, dude, did you see where his head got caught in the ropes?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Watch, because all you got to do is watch the beginning of the Royal Rumble. Feet doesn't touch the ground. So I was like, was this on purpose so he could stay in the ring? But his head literally just gets caught between the ropes. So he's out, basically.
Well, he's a head shrinker, and apparently that's what gets their juices flowing. It's like their kink. You do head stuff, it's like it gets them. Yeah, headbutt me again.
I don't know if he actually goes out at this point, but the next guy, and I feel like this is kind of rude in a way, is Rick Steiner, Steve. The dog faced gremlin comes out number 3, so he's in the ring with his bro.
Yeah.
Who's bigger, little bro at this point, but we got 2 Steiners in there. We got Samu, and then number 4, Quang.
Quang.
All I had was Quang ... question mark. So I've never heard of Quang.
Savio Vega, I think.
But Quang's out here, quanging out, and then Owen Hart, Steve, freshly pissed. Still, he's still angry. He comes out like, "My brother's selfish." It's like, get over it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's teed, man.
We got Bart Gunn looking like he just got done having sex with your stepmother. He's looking real porn star-ish. I guess this is before he started boxing, but Bart Gunn comes out, and then Diesel. And then it becomes the Diesel show, Steve. Diesel eliminates, I feel like, everybody all at once. I mean, I don't think there's anybody left at a certain point.
There wasn't, because it became a waiting game, because he throws Owen out, he throws Bart Gunn out, Scott Steiner, he throws Quang out, and then Bob Backlund comes out, and he's trying that Greco-Roman shit. But hey, man, you can't coach height, because Diesel pokes him in the eye and just basically little bros him. Like, man, get your ass up out of here. Little howdy doody.
Yeah, dude. Leave It to Beaver gets eliminated. And then Billy Gunn, the other part of the Smoking Guns, Mr. Ass, soon to be, he comes out. Diesel's on a tear right now. He's just eliminating everybody. So Billy's already out.
No time.
So Diesel's waiting again. Next guy up, Virgil. This was actually supposed to be Kamala, but Kamala couldn't make it. So they got another black guy.
The other black guy. And with Virgil coming out, you already know how this is going to go. So, yeah, man, just very generic, man. R.I.P. to Mike Jones. But, yeah, dude, he gets thrown out. I think he lasted a little bit longer than Billy, but maybe by like 2 seconds. Yeah. So now, but Macho comes out, and you're not going to eliminate Randy Savage that quick. I'm just here to tell you that, Diesel, it's not happening, because he lights up Diesel. He's giving them haymakers, those slobber knockers.
I mean, he's draped up and dripped out, Steve. You can't get that outfit and not be out here for a little bit, right? He's the Macho King, Steve. He might be called the Man, but we all know there's royalty behind that name. So he starts doing his dirt on Diesel, and then at least nobody gets eliminated in this time. Next guy out, Double J, looking like a futuristic gay porn star still. And he's pissed off, as always. He's calling people slap nuts, probably. Double J, though, I don't know, Steve. Sometimes I think I like Double J, and sometimes I think I like this early, weird, gay, futuristic Double J. And when he starts with like the flat top and just slapping people around with the guitar, I don't like him as much.
I respect him.
I mean, to me, what he always came off as was like some sort of Ric Flair like knockoff, right? He has all the same moves. He's got the swag, almost like a Ric Flair swag almost, but he's a country star. But, you know, whatever it is, I like a heel, and I like Double J. So he's in here. But, I mean, Double J just gets tossed out by Macho because, you know.
Now Crush comes out. You know, him and Randy have beef around this time. So when Crush comes in, Randy makes 2 cardinal sins of Royal Rumble. He goes outside. I always hate when, like, dude, you're putting yourself in harm's way. He goes outside and he goes on the top rope. Easy elimination. All you got to do is just get at his leg. Just like, hey, get your ass out here. But he does it twice.
Hey, man, it's Savage, Steve. He's got the swag, so the confidence takes you a long way. He does get eliminated by Diesel, though. So now we're stuck with Diesel, thank God, is in there, but Crush, a.k.a. Hot Mush, one of the... I just do not like Crush, Steve. I'd rather have the Surfer Crush. This is some kind of weird magician Crush or Kiss wannabe Crush. Then in comes Doink and Dink, which I love.
Deal.
Yeah, you get one and the other. Dink's not going to be wrestling, but I like what Doink does because he comes in and he just watches the show, Steve. He's got two giants just beating on each other. He's sitting in the back like, look at these guys. He's playing the clown role.
He pulls out his clown hijinks. He's got like the flower on his lapel and he squirts him in the face. They both take a turn. Like, you just squirt him in the face. Now, what about me?
Wait, what is that? Yeah. What's in that? Oh, fuck. It's piss. Oh, it's Dink's piss.
Early 90s, man. They were so comic book.
It's like stage acting almost. It's theater, right? You got to go big. Doink stays. He's like sitting there watching it. He sprays them. The big guys go in on him, but not in time for another guy to come out, which is Bam Bam, Steve.
With Luna.
Of course. How crazy is the sex with Luna, Steve? Let's just break it down real quick.
I kind of want to bang Luna. I'm not even gonna hold you, man. Like, and I know you, man. You got some weird.
Honestly, I mean, you do have some weird ass taste, Steve. You like dark white chicks, but I will say this about Luna: bodacious body, Steve.
Great ass.
The voice and just like the kind of like looking into her face while you're having some sex might be terrifying, but that ass, Steve. That ass. Does it have veins on it?
Underneath the makeup, she's actually not bad looking. But yeah, Bam Bam comes out and they all jump Doink. Diesel, Crush, and Bam Bam. And pre-Spike Dudley, Bam Bam just launches him. But this time he doesn't throw him into the audience like he did with Spike. He just launches him into the floor.
Doink ain't a small dude either. Bam Bam just literally is like, yep, get out of here. You're dirty laundry. You gotta make room for Mabel, Steve, because there's only so much room for fat people, right? Fat and black people getting the short shrift on this episode.
Whoop, there it is. Mabel, he mashes Diesel in the corner, and then he mashes Crush in the corner. And then, Bam Bam's still in there because he mashes Bam Bam in the corner, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, there is some fat on fat crime. But Mabel has to do as much damage as he possibly can in a short amount of time because he's got 2 minutes to win tops, and he spent half of that walking out to the ring, Steve. So, Mabel... he's doing what he can. Then in comes Sparky Plug, Steve, who I'm assuming is Bob Holly with more hair, right?
Yeah, and nobody cares about Sparky either. I mean, Vince says maybe he'll win. Like, cut the crap, Vince. And then HBK comes out. I think Diesel is thrown out in a combined effort around this time. Finally.
Yeah, because Shawn Michaels comes out. He's doing his little dance, and Diesel, I guess, is pissed off at him. I think they have a little bit of heat or whatever. So Shawn's like, "Whoa, bro," and like kind of like leads him into getting attacked. So everybody else just Shawn's, he's the brains. He leads the pack, but everybody else gets Diesel out. So Diesel's out. Shawn's a dog as always. Shout out Shawn Michaels, the baddest. After that, Mo comes out. Mabel's more rotund, slightly smaller partner. Respect the haircut, though, Steve. We got to get those.
He lasted way longer than I expected. Mo hung around probably around the same time as Diesel did. So, this is a time when they're kind of building up before someone gets eliminated. They kind of add a couple pieces to the ring. Because
you got to fill the ring up, though. Right? Like, you can't have a Royal Rumble where it's just like 4 guys the whole time. So there's got to be like a 30-minute lull where we got like 10 guys in the ring at once.
And then Greg Valentine comes out like, dude, you're still here?
He's Luna Vachon's lesbian life partner, Steve.
Yeah,
that's why he's here. But he's looked the same amount of haggard and old for a solid 30 years, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, I've seen shoot interviews with him, and he seems like a cool dude, but it just, I could never get behind the Hammer, man. Then yeah, Tatanka, he comes out, or as Bobby Heenan calls him, Tatanka.
He's here. He's throwing tomahawks, and then Kabuki, Steve. Another question mark. I wasn't sure. They're just bringing out all the Asian guys.
I hate how he's built. I don't like it. That really bothers me.
It's not intimidating. Let's put it like that.
No, it pisses me off actually. Like what are you? It like looking at you sucks. Like it really aggravated me, Matt. Like why are you built? Get out of here. Go back over there.
Go do some roids or something. Solidify some of that. I think they just pulled a guy out of the crowd and put a mask on him.
I hate it so much.
Kabuki comes in and doesn't impress anybody, but 5 people eventually get Mabel out. He's eliminated at some point after that. And then to kind of even out the physical just grossness of Kabuki, we get sexy, flexy Lex Luger coming out, fully America, fully USA now. Thankfully, not having to rock a mic at all.
Yeah, and we didn't mention that during this match, Luger actually got jumped by Kabuki and his partner Tenryu because I think they might be tied to Mr. Fuji too.
There's some kind of shenanigans. You're right. So he got roughed up, but he comes in hot because of that. Immediately eliminates Kabuki because, I mean, like you said, nobody wanted him there anyway. Lex is in there. He's hot. Tenryu comes out after that. The guy everybody in the arena has been waiting for, Tenryu, Steve. Tenryu. The mighty Tenryu, who's physically the one who, I got to be honest, you could be in a couple movies, Tenryu. Maybe you had some Hong Kong cinema or something. I don't know.
94, I remember Tenryu Mania. But yeah, he comes straight at Luger. He's only there to get rid of Luger.
He's a gun for hire is what $1 Million Man just keeps saying constantly. So he's tapped in.
The buzzer goes off again and nobody comes out because apparently it was supposed to be Bastion Booger.
He ate too many boogers, basically, you know?
He did us all a favor, man. He looks gross too. I don't know who, like, yeah, he might take the cake. Worse looking than Kabuki.
Then we get somebody beautiful coming out, Steve. Thankfully, Bastion didn't come out because afterwards we got a model coming out.
You're still here?
Yeah, they pull out a couple of old school cats. Maybe they all lived in Rhode Island, Steve. They lived in Providence, you know?
Him and Gray, you could tell like they're starting to wither away because the Martel wasn't the same Martel when he had the arrogance. Just like Valentine. You know, when guys get older, they got to wear those briefs and hike them up. They got to get the bigger, like, I guess you could say bloomers for guys, and you get up there in age. Like that's what happened to both of them. They kind of got like bigger tights to like cover their like,
I mean, you know, it was a little gravity was setting in, Steve. I also got to say, he wasn't as just like arrogant. He just came out looking like he got done eating at like an Applebee's or something.
Hey, he's one of the people that got out and won, man, because you know Rick Martel ended up being a realtor, and
he's alive.
He's still alive, man. He's from Canada.
Dude.
Yeah, he's banking. Canada. Yeah, banking, selling them houses, and now the buzzer goes off again, and it's the hit man. He comes out hobbling, selling that story, man. He makes it into the ring, and then Fatu comes out, aka Rikishi.
Yeah, and I love Mo tries to headbutt Fatu, but when he headbutts him, he gets hurt.
Yeah, Fatu's like, oh yes, do it again. Oh, because that's like they're like that's how I translated that, man. You hit them in the head, they're just like, oh my god. Yes.
And I just real quick, Steve, because I looked up a picture of Bastion Booger just to go back to that real quick. Disgusting.
Right. Yes, grotesque.
Why would you pick? I wish I could show you the photo. Can I share my screen real quick?
Well, it'll be on the show, but
yeah, just look up Mike Shaw's picture. There's one where he has like straps on his midsection. It's like you look like a rolled up sausage, dude. So that's all I got to say about Bastion Booger. But I do like Bret Hart also, just to go back to him coming in. He's limped, he's gimped, and he gets into the ring, but all that happens is he just gets his ass whooped on. Like, people just start kicking his knee.
Yeah.
And $1 Million Man's like, I told you, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, the other guys, they're in on the story. They're contributing, like you said, they're working on his knee, putting him in toe holds. Crush, he's eventually eliminated. Then after that, it's time for Party Marty.
Yeah, dude. At this point, he's just hoping Shawn Michaels is going to return his calls. But yeah, he's out here now, and he's still got the Rockers gear, Steve.
And now that we're talking about it, you could say Shawn is the wrestler of the 90s too, because he started off the 90s with a beef with his former tag team partner, and that's iconic.
Yeah, dude. Everybody, I mean, the whole barbershop thing has got to be one of the most like iconic moments in wrestling TV history. But I got to give Party Marty a little credit in this because he gets in. Shawn Michaels immediately goes for a super kick, but Marty's waiting for that. He's been practicing. He knew that. He ducks a super kick and gives a super kick, Steve, a vintage one. I mean, it's textbook.
It's crispy.
Then that's really all we get from Marty, you know, but salute to that. And then here we go, Steve, last man in. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be a superstar? Is it going to be somebody we're really excited to see? It's Adam Bomb.
With Harvey Whipple, man.
And Vince is like, he's going to win. He's the last guy. I'm like, okay, Vince, clearly yeah, you need to take a look at what you got here. Adam Bomb, he gets in there. He looks the part, can't do shit. And now we're to the elimination, Steve. So everybody's in the ring that's going to get in. And now that that's happening, Sparkplug gets eliminated. Greg the Hammer gets eliminated. The Model gets eliminated. Adam Bomb, who we thought was going to make it to the end, gets eliminated. He's in and out.
You had the 30 spot, you bum.
I mean, Marty Jannetty lasted longer than Adam Bomb. Not much, but then after Adam Bomb, Tatanka gets eliminated. Then Bam Bam gets pushed, edged over the ropes. Then Marty Jannetty. Then Tenryu, the behemoth of Asia, he gets eliminated. And I have a note here that Luger hits a clothesline on Fatu at this point. That's insane. That like Fatu does turns himself inside out. It just looks cool. It's just a note. Quickly eliminated after that. But he takes a cool clothesline from Luger before. Then Shawn Michaels is heartbroken, as I should be. HBK gets eliminated. Then the shenanigans start, Steve. All the damn shenanigans. This is the most blue balling ending to something I've ever seen. So,
but you remember it.
I do, but shame on you, Vince. Shame on you. Luger and Hart, they're in the ring together, and they go out, Steve, same time. I mean, the fact that they were able to pull this off to look this perfect is a testament. I mean, I'm assuming they did it on purpose. I think both their toes touched at the same time. It was done
at the same time. Like they had to practice that multiple times to pull that off, man.
And also, the camera guys had to practice to get the perfect angle where they never show you like the actual, like they're always across the ring, basically.
The actual landing. Now they're deliberating who won. So Luger, his music starts off and then it stops. And then Bret's music starts. He comes back to the ring and then the refs get involved. They all come to the ring. I think this was a litmus test for Vince because one ref raises Luger's hand and you can hear some cheers, but you also hear some boos. And then they go to Bret. The other ref raises his hand and it's all pop. And I feel like this is Vince's test to see like, who am I going to put the fire behind?
Okay.
That's how I looked at it. Who's the next guy? How is the crowd going to respond to each person?
That's actually a really ingenious way to figure out the best way to like move this story forward. I didn't even think of that.
Well, we're talking about Vince.
We are talking about Vince. So, I mean, Steve, if I'm the replay analyst and I'm looking at all the replays, I'm thinking it's Luger by a shoelace. But you can't tell. There's no good shots. In the NFL, the play would not be overturned. So Jack Tunney eventually has to come in. He's the prez, right? Vince owns. There's a president at this point. Jack Tunney comes in. He's like, guys, come on, hold on. Chill. You go here, you go here. And eventually, Steve, after way too much time. This is one of those things where I was like, shorten the bit, all right? We need to just end this. They just say that both guys won.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wait, what? Like, look at Luger and Hart behind. They don't look like they're happy about what's going on.
Yeah, you don't want to share a win. And this is one of the annoying things about this new generation era. Everybody's respectful. Like y'all are shaking head. Like nobody like Stone Cold wanted like he didn't give a damn. I'm stunnering you. I'm stunnering the ref. I'm stunnering Jim Ross. It don't matter. I hate you. I hate your guts. I don't like what you talk about. I hate your haircut. Like, no, hey, I respect you. You put on a good match. Like, yes, we're gonna do our best, and I'm gonna try to give my all. Like,
Let's just talk about it. Okay, Brett.
yeah.
I mean, $1 Million Man, get in there and pay somebody, right? Just get in there and pay for a decision at least. But yeah, when you spin it the way you did, I like it from my respect for Vince, because that's an ingenious way to turn this and be like, look, man, like we went with the freaking crowd reaction. You got nothing.
Right.
No one likes you, Lex. Get some more gear in you, and maybe you get a little bigger, we might get more of a pop. But I didn't like the ending just as like satisfying. No, absolutely not. But Royal Rumbles go. There was some good stuff here, Steve. I don't think it was a complete loss, but the endings, there's a couple just blue ball endings on a couple of these matches where it's like, come on, guys. I need to feel satisfied. Back in the day, I was paying pay-per-view prices.
Yeah. And, I picked this one because was it the greatest pay-per-view? I'd probably say no. But there are a couple iconic moments, some memorable moments from this. Of course, Owen Hart and Brett splitting that whole thing, and then the casket match, something I always remember. And this ending, even though it was kind of like, preferred it another way, you remember it.
I mean, you do. It's hilarious too. Like when you see it, when you know like what the future holds, it's like, man, Lex Luger was just one of the most disappointing wrestlers just throughout his career. Just like that, it was just never satisfying, dude. Like there was never like even with Hogan where like when he turned evil, it would like surprise you and stuff. Like even when Lex Luger did that, I was like, all right.
Some people just have it, man, and it's got to be in you, not on you. But